The second one is what she reported to me, which is if he was going to leave her to de-escalate from the fight, she would strike him to keep him there. She would rather be in a fight than have him leave. Laurel Avis Anderson.
And what is your business address?
It's been a while. 10921 Wilshire Boulevard, Westwood Medical Plaza, Suite 1101, Los Angeles, 90024.
And you're a clinical psychologist, is that correct?
Correct.
And you practice in Los Angeles?
Yes.
For how long have you been practicing?
Almost 40 years.
Have you been practicing in Los Angeles for that entire time?
Yes.
And you provide counseling for couples?
Psychotherapy for individuals and couples.
And what is psychotherapy? Just a brief layman's description.
It's an evaluation of an individual or a couple's problems, and then it's a conceptualization of what's actually going on and an effort to make intervention that leads to change.
And you wrote, "Hey, Christian, have of course avoided this my whole career unless someone was in rehab. Would be willing to try it once, and that there's something I'd like Johnny to understand and I don't think he does." Where you wrote, "I'd like Johnny to understand where you wrote would be willing to try it once, in that there's something I'd like Johnny to understand that I don't think he does." What did you mean by that?
I can't say exactly what it was I wanted to impart, but I know that I thought that he was having difficulty in the sessions, and I think it was something about the process between the two of them that I was trying to clue him into.
What difficulty was Mr. Depp having in the sessions?
Having a voice.
What do you mean by that?
Ms. Heard had a jackhammer style of talking. She was very amped up. He had trouble talking at a similar pace. Their dialogue, he was cut off a lot. So I'm guessing this is what I'm not sure what it is, but there was something. Anyhow, this is how he didn't have a voice. He couldn't keep up with her rapid fire way of conversation. And so he was really overwhelmed.
Is it your testimony that while Mr. Depp may have said he wasn't violent with any of his other partners, there was violence from Mr. Depp toward Amber, correct?
Yes, you're right. He had been well controlled, I think, for almost, 20, 30 years. And both were victims of abuse in their homes. But I thought he had been well controlled for decades. And then with Ms. Heard, he was triggered, and they engaged in what I saw as mutual abuse. Sometimes, I know she led on more than one occasion and started it to keep him with her, because abandonment and having him leave was her worst nightmare. And I think he may have initiated it on occasions too, I'm less sure on.
And how did you come to the understanding that on some occasions Ms. Heard physically abused Mr. Depp?
Ms. Heard reported that.
What did Ms. Heard report to you?
That it was a point of pride, two things. It was a point of pride to her if she felt disrespected to initiate a fight, and her father had beaten her. She was not going to. And the second, one is what she reported to me, which is if he was going to leave her to de-escalate from the fight, she would strike him to keep him there. She would rather be in a fight than have him.
So tell us what you mean in that one section. He hits her, no closed fist. She hits back and now starts it for pride because
Father
hit her. Would you please tell us what you meant by that?
This is her reporting to me. It's the only thing in this clinical session that apparently was about physical abuse, or else it would not have been redacted out. It's so when she said in terms of physical abuse that he hits her, a no closed fist means an open hand slap to me. And she says that she hits back and now she starts it and sometimes hits him first because her history is having been violated by her father physically. And just out of pride, she, if she's, a lot of things trigger her. And if she's triggered, she would hit him first.
And the he you're referring to is Johnny Depp, correct?
Yes.
When you said that she sometimes hits Johnny first because of pride, what did you mean?
She was sensitive to feeling disrespected, and a number of other things. But, and if she felt disrespected, she had come out of her background history feeling that her pride needed to dominate, and she needed to stand up for herself.
When Ms. Heard told you that Johnny Depp hits her or slaps her, Johnny Depp was not present, correct?
Correct. Okay. And it wasn't plural. It was, she referred to, well, I wrote he hits her. Yes. So maybe it was plural.
But he was not present when she made that assertion.
He was not.
Did Ms. Heard tell you that she socked Mr. Depp?
Yes. She was describing kind of the progression of the physical violence.
Did you have any understanding of what she meant when she admitted that she socks Mr. Depp?
Yes, because there were 3 lines above this that explained the progression a bit. And I've already said what it was. She felt she had to hit him back if he hit her. And so she always did. And
again, that entry is from a session where Mr. Depp was not physically present, correct?
That's right.
Okay. And still on page 11, the next session was on December 15th, 2015, and it was a telephonic session. Is that right?
With Ms. Heard.
That was with Ms. Heard. Okay. You write, then last night, Monday, she slapped him as he sat there talking incoherently. Who slapped who?
I actually know what happened.
What happened?
This was, as I said, Ms. Heard talking on the phone to me. Mr. Depp's mother was in ICU. He had been doing he was fucked up, as she would say, on a lot of drugs. And she slapped him because he was being incoherent and talking about being with another woman.
Did she tell you that he had hit her first, or was she the one who initiated the slap?
She initiated that one because I think she felt demeaned and threatened.
And this is what she reported to you, correct?
Yes.
He was not present. He was not on the call when she made these allegations. Was he?
No.
And you didn't see any of this, did you?
No.
And you didn't see her in person?
No.
After? Okay. Directing your attention to the last snippet from that session, will she have advantage if she leaves him but files with police for abuse first? Was that a question that she asked you?
Yes, this was her talking out loud, trying to strategize for herself.
Showing claims exhibit 3 on the screen.
You write, he got aggressive, threatening, didn't touch him, hid in bathroom. What were you referring to there?
What she reported to me, which was an improvement that she didn't participate.
So is it fair to say that she told you she did not hit him at that time?
Yes, that's what I believe my notes say, yes.
Then you write, she threw a can at him since home fighting, then she better. Who is the she who threw a can at him?
Misheard.
And the him whom she threw a can at was Mr. Depp, correct?
Yes.
Did you receive that email on or about March 8th in the morning at 6:23 a.m.?
Well, apparently because I responded in the morning.